We're back with another breakdown, and this time it's all about Gears of War Reloaded. Almost 19 years after the original 2006 release, and following multiple sequels and spin-offs, the Coalition is bringing us a true remaster. And this might seem like a facelift, but trust me. Reloaded packs, upgraded visuals, better gameplay, cross-play, and a few surprises. So if you first picked up a Lancer in 2006, or you're just jumping into Sarah now, here are 10 key things you need to know. The release date and why it matters. First things first, let's clear up the basics. Gears of War Reloaded officially drops on August 26, 2025. That's not a random date, it actually positions the game just ahead of the franchise's 20th anniversary in 2026. Pretty clever timing because it lets long-time fans celebrate the legacy while also priming everyone for the next big Gears project, Gears of War E-Day, which is in development. So, in a way, Reloaded is a bridge between the old and the new. The Coalition has been upfront about wanting this to be the definitive way to play the original Gears, not just for nostalgia's sake, but also to bring new players into the fold. And yes, that means it's launching worldwide on the same day across every platform it's coming to. No staggered rollouts, no weird regional delays. Day 1, August 26th, you'll be able to jump in. Platforms. Here's a big deal. For the very first time, a Gears of War title is going multi-platform. Reloaded isn't sticking exclusively to Xbox hardware. You'll be able to play it on Xbox Series X, S, PC, Steam, and Microsoft Store. And, get this, PlayStation 5. Yeah, you heard that right. PlayStation owners finally get to chainsaw locusts. Even better, it's launching day 1 on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass. So if you're already a subscriber, you're in. Cloud streaming through Xbox Cloud Gaming is also on the table, which means if you want to fire up some Gears matches on a tablet or a low-spec PC, you can. There's one little quirk worth pointing out. Physical edition fans, if you're on PS5, you'll get a disc release, but Xbox players, nope, no physical edition there. Microsoft is going all digital with this one on their home turf. So yeah, this multi-platform move is historic for the series, and honestly, it's great to see more players finally able to jump in. The developer lineup. Now, let's talk about who's actually making this thing happen. Of course, the Coalition is front and center. They've been the stewards of Gears ever since Black Tusk Studios got rebranded under Xbox Game Studios. But for Reloaded, they're not working alone. They've teamed up with Sumo Digital and Disbelief, both of which are experienced support studios with plenty of technical know-how. That's actually important because Reloaded is a full remaster that needed extra hands on deck for art, optimization, and system-specific improvements. The Coalition has also said they used beta feedback from June 2025 to polish the final build. That means tweaks to cross-play UI, smoother matchmaking, and improved performance across different platforms. So yes, those pre-launch multiplayer weekends weren't all marketing, but they gave the devs actual data to scale servers and iron out issues. With these three studios combining forces, the project has a strong foundation. And that's good news for anyone who remembers how touchy multiplayer servers were back in the Xbox 360 days. The campaign and extra content. If you're worried this is going to be a stripped-down version of the original, don't. Gears of War Reloaded comes with the full 2006 campaign, plus all the extra content that was bundled in the Gears of War Ultimate Edition. That includes the bonus campaign act that never made it into the original 360 release. But it doesn't stop there. All the multiplayer maps, modes, and classic character skins are back too. It's all included in one package, no extra purchases, no season pass required. The Coalition has made it clear this is the definitive edition of the first Gears. So, if you skipped Ultimate Edition or just never experienced the bonus content, Reloaded finally rolls it all into one neat, polished package. And honestly, that's huge, because Gears 1's campaign set the tone for the whole franchise. The atmosphere, the cover system, the Locust reveals, all of it still holds weight today. Getting the entire experience, extras included, makes Reloaded much more than just a facelift. Graphics, sound, and next-gen enhancements. Alright, let's get into the tech side, because this is where Reloaded really flexes. The game supports 4K resolution and runs at 60 FPS in the campaign, with up to 120 FPS in multiplayer. You're also getting HDR support, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, 7.1 3D spatial audio, variable refresh rate, and reworked 4K assets with remastered textures, shadows, and reflections. On PC, things go even further. Ultra-wide support, DLSS 3.5 Super Resolution, FSR 3.1, benchmark tools, mouse and keyboard optimization, and full controller remapping. It's basically built to look and feel modern, whether you're on a monster rig or just playing on console. Loading screens? Gone. The campaign is designed with seamless transitions, so you're not constantly staring at progress bars. Audio's been given a serious boost too, which makes chainsawing a Locust feel even nastier. And yes, everything from environments to lighting has been reworked to hit that balance between gritty realism and the exaggerated war-torn vibe Gears is known for. If you've seen the trailer, you know how good Marcus and Dom look with modern shaders. Honestly, this is probably the best Gears has ever looked or sounded. Modernized Controls. This one's for both veterans and newcomers. The devs have added a modern, streamlined control layout to make Reloaded feel a bit more natural for players who didn't grow up with Xbox 360 bumpers and triggers. But if you're a purist, don't worry. The classic control scheme is still here, so you can relive the clunky but charming roadie runs just the way you remember. The real improvement is in responsiveness. Cover transitions feel smoother, movement is tighter, and weapon switching is less finicky. Reloads are still active reloads, of course, but now they line up better with modern input timing. It's not as drastic a shift as, say, how Metal Gear Delta modernized its controls, but it's enough to make the campaign and multiplayer less stiff for new players while letting old fans keep their muscle memory intact. Multiplayer and co-op features. If I'm being honest, the campaign's great, but multiplayer is what gave Gears its staying power. Reloaded is bringing it all back. We're talking 2-player split-screen online co-op for the campaign, and 8-player online versus modes. The original Gears pioneered third-person cover shooter multiplayer, and all those classic modes like Warzone, Execution, and Annex are included. The cool part is the Coalition has confirmed cross-progression across platforms. That means if you start the campaign on Xbox, then move over to PC or even PS5, your saves and multiplayer progress come with you. Of course, that does require you to sign in with a Microsoft account, but it's optional. Without one, you can still play, but you'll miss out on the full cross-progression functionality. For co-op fans, the experience has been polished. Inviting friends, matchmaking, and server scaling were all tested during the June betas, and the Coalition says they've smoothed out stability and UI feedback based on what players reported. Reloaded is designed to feel connected, polished, and faithful to the original multiplayer magic. Cross-play support. Now, speaking of cross-progression, here's one of the biggest quality-of-life improvements: full cross-play support. Xbox, PC, PlayStation, everybody's in the same pool. No walled gardens. This is a big shift from the old days, where you were stuck on Xbox Live if you wanted to play Gears. Now, the game not only supports crossplay, but also lets you send invites across platforms. So yeah, you can literally squad up with a PS5 friend while you're on Xbox or Steam. Cross-progression is tied to this too. Sign in with a Microsoft account, and your campaign save, multiplayer rank, cosmetics, everything travels with you. It's a huge step toward making Reloaded a truly unified experience, and honestly, it's long overdue. So for the first time ever, Gears multiplayer feels like a global arena rather than a series of walled-off ecosystems. That's huge for keeping the community alive long after launch. Pricing and pre-orders. Alright, let's talk money. This comes in at a pretty consumer-friendly $39.99 USD internationally. Pre-orders have been live since June 8th, 2025, and if you lock one in, you already know the deal. You got access to the 2 June beta weekends. Obviously those are wrapped up now, but early buyers at least got a taste of what's coming. As of now, there are no deluxe or gold edition versions. It's just one clean package. Campaign, multiplayer, extras, everything bundled in. That alone makes the price point pretty fair, especially compared to other remasters. And if you're on Game Pass, you don't even need to worry about the sticker price. It'll be included day one with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, PC Game Pass, and Xbox Cloud Gaming. Why it matters in 2025. Here's the bigger picture. It's not all nostalgia. Reloaded is about reminding people why Gears was such a game changer in the first place. Back in 2006, the original Gears pretty much defined the modern cover shooter. Its campaign set the standard for cinematic storytelling in third-person shooters, and its multiplayer laid the foundation for competitive modes that inspired a ton of other franchises. By remastering it now, before the 20th anniversary and right before Gears of War E-Day, the Coalition is strategically making sure the franchise feels fresh for both veterans and newcomers. For older fans, it's a polished trip down memory lane. For new players, it's the perfect entry point to understand what made the series iconic. And honestly, this could be the game that reignites the Gears community at large. With crossplay, smoother servers, and Game Pass access, Reloaded has the potential to feel just as massive as the original launch back in 2006. So, that's the breakdown. 10 big things you need to know about Gears of War Reloaded before it drops. From the release date and platforms, to the graphics upgrades, multiplayer tweaks, crossplay, and that sweet $39.99 price tag. There's a lot to like here. Now, I want to kick it back to you. Did you play the original Gears back in 2006? Or is this going to be your very first run through the world of Sarah? I'm really curious where everyone's at with this one. And hey, if this breakdown helped you out, hit that like button. It really does make a difference. If you've got thoughts, whether you're hyped, skeptical, or just here for the nostalgia, drop a comment down below. I'll be reading through them. And of course, if you want more videos like this, make sure you subscribe. We've got more deep dives, previews, and breakdowns on the way. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
This is gonna be awesome.